why that seems so loud to me today.
I don't know.
That was crazy. I was like way louder than I expected it to be. Anyway, welcome back to Outside the Cinema, your weekly source for cult movie discussions. We are your preferred hosts. I don't know. It could be other versions of us. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
We never know. We never know. But I'm Bill. It's Chris. Welcome back to the show. This week, I'm just gonna fade that right out. We're not gonna even fuck around today. All right. I don't know. I'm in a mood. Not a bad mood. I'm just in a mood.
Right.
So I don't know how to explain that, but yeah, this week on the show we've got two I think interesting flicks for us to talk about. Inherently different from each other. We have 1982's The Black Room, not to be confused with either of the Black Phone movies that are out now. This is 1982. It's not a slasher. It's not really a supernatural.
Nah, this would be a thriller.
Thriller.
Right? A sexual thriller.
Yeah, but not even really that well, a little bit, I guess.
I mean, it's all based around it, right?
Yeah, but it's definitely a horror movie. So, horror thriller, tantalizing. You
know what? This falls into the eyes without a face category.
Okay.
Of medical stuff that could be horrific, but not if it was done in a hospital.
Fair. And the other one is 2013's sci-fi mystery thriller Coherence, which I thought we had covered on the show at some point, but I could find no anything to back that up. So I was like, oh, well, I want to talk about this then.
Yeah.
So I think maybe in 2013, maybe we talked about it on an end of year list or something like that.
I might have. I remember I watched it as soon as I could, but that's about it. I might have said something, but then I didn't say much because I know that I wanted to review it.
Yeah,
for real one day.
Yeah,
so.
And that day is today.
Yeah,
luckily enough,
I should have watched it.
Yeah. No, you're relying on what you watched the 11 years ago, 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Anyway,
as
far as housekeeping, for me, I'm just telling you, October 21st. If you have the app Hoopla, which is a really cool app that is basically based on your public library. If you have a public library card, you have access to Hoopla. Just saying, on October 21st, there's a movie that's going to be available there exclusively. I may or may not have had something to do with it. It may or may not have been my pet project for the last 5 or 6 years. But Hoopla is going to be the exclusive streaming home for said project starting October 21st.
Very nice.
Just saying that.
Very nice.
So, it will end up, this project, if that's what I'm talking about, will end up in other streaming locations, but there is an exclusive deal with Hoopla.
All right. Good.
Up front first. So,
good.
Just saying that. Just saying, on October 21st, you'll probably get all the information, and you should probably wish me a happy anniversary.
Yeah.
I've been married to my wife for 20 years.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
We'll congratulate her.
Yeah. For sticking with me for 20 years. No, not even sticking with me. Putting up with me for 20 years.
Yeah.
SpectopiaArts.com. Chris, anything new this week? Are we grinding away? What's going on?
Yeah, we got all our bats. All the bat designs out. Those are ready to go. I have a couple phone case designs that I don't know what's going to happen with them, but they're fun to do. And yeah, it's been busy with work. Otherwise, real go to a place work, not sit in my chair and make monsters. Apple came in and filmed some stuff for a movie they're doing. I didn't sign anything, but I don't feel right talking fully about it. I will say that there was a guy who found a transformer and someone that conjures a bunch of stuff were in my theater the other day doing stuff along with Bill Nye, which everybody already knew about.
Yeah. Bill Nye did not hide the fact that he was in Boston.
Yeah, I know. I know. That's why I can say that.
Not at all.
I wish I knew that Charlie Kelly was in Boston last weekend because I would have gone and tried to find him. But anyway, yeah. So if you're not actually like involved in making a movie, it's fucking boring as hell.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Even if you're involved in making said movie, sometimes it's incredibly boring.
Yeah, a lot of them were just sitting around. Like they set their stuff up, they do what they need to do, but it's like what I appreciate and I really like is that everybody has one specific thing or more. But I'll narrow it down. Like this guy is the guy that knows how to move the crane. This is the guy that knows how to raise it up and get it set for the shot. This is the guy that knows how to hook it up to the computer and program it and run it. And it's all that. And it's all just one after another after another. And it seems really dialed in, but also the amount of people that were there seemed extremely inefficient at the same time. But I don't claim to know anything about making, anything with a budget.
It's a union production, I bet.
We had like 300 people for a half a day of filming.
Definitely a union production.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
And that's not tell. And I'm not a union guy, but I'm not a union guy. I'm
a union guy when it comes to certain things like
in
actors,
theory,
artists, directors, creative type people, and maybe manufacturing as well if they're, because people will screw you no matter what. What is it that Chris Rock said? We have a minimum wage because if they could, they would pay you less. Mm-hmm. I've never forgotten that.
No, it's true.
Clearly.
It's true. I mean, I was in a union when I worked for a company, and I needed their help, and they did nothing to help me.
Yeah. So. GBH, I couldn't even get an answer to an email about how much the dues were going to be every month.
Yeah. But
when I was at Malden Mills and we were in the seamstress union, I think is what it was, I was invited to and told about meetings and votes, and I knew everybody there, and it can be really good. It can be really bad. Yeah. It depends who's in charge. We've all seen Armed and Dangerous. We know how unions work.
Yeah, no, but that's true. That's true. A lot of it is in your union leadership, I think, a lot too. And you definitely have union leaders out there that are more worried about lining their own pockets than worrying about their workers, because we kind of just saw it here in Massachusetts with the trash strike.
Oh, yeah.
Like the workers wanted to go back to work and the union wouldn't let them.
Yeah, I was reading some stuff, and it was written to make it look like the union was asking for clearly outlandish, unreasonable things. And I read through the stuff, and I'm like, all right, well, that's future-proofing it for the next time they don't want to negotiate. But other than that, I don't see anything except you've negotiated double what you normally would because you know this is going to happen again in 5 years.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Either way, I don't know how we got off on that, but anyway, SpectopiaArts.com.
I was talking about making movies.
Oh yeah.
And we went straight to garbage.
Yep. Right. You guys listen to the show for a reason.
Yeah. It was fun though to have stuff done in the theater that's not normal. And I will say their setup was their load in the night before was supposed to be from 5:30 to 10:30, and they were done by 7:30. So that's how I knew the day before that they were union guys.
Yep.
Because you get the job done.
And then you get paid till 10:30 or whatever.
Yeah. And we were supposed to film in Omni till 9 o'clock, and then they were going to split. There was a second unit director. They were going to split and do some stuff in the planetarium lobby that they had dressed. And they had cleared out of the Omni Theater, the giant scorpion crane or whatever kind it is. I took pictures so I'd remember, but I don't. Everything was out of my theater by 4 o'clock.
And they were supposed to be there till 9?
At least, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So good for you. Good for you, director.
Good for you.
Good for you, everybody. And everybody was really nice. I mean, they did ask a lot of questions, and some of it old me would have taken as overstepping and trying to get stuff that they were told they couldn't have, that kind of we can't do that. But all of it just came off as like, oh, okay. All right, we can't do that. They didn't like the images they provided us to put up on the screen while they were filming. And they wanted to use part of another movie, a space one, because it fills the whole screen. I said, I can't do that. And the guy actually said, why? I said, you want me to run another studio's film while you film it? And he said, oh, yeah.
I didn't think of that.
Yeah. But what they ended up doing is I put up I paused a still image of a starscape from that film, and then they ran gobo lights over it to give it some movement. There was a spot up there that was supposed to, it's all in post, right? So it was supposed to show like one picture being up and then going away and come back, with the flashing light. So they're going to replace the whole thing. And if they don't, I mean, I did record everything that I talked to them about because I'm not getting sued by Apple. I like this stuff.
Yeah, right.
But no, everybody was nice, but I'm careful.
Nice is good.
So yeah, I'll have more information when this movie that does not fit our show at all comes out. So
Sounds good. All right, let's move into the show here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do Coherence, because it's obviously, I think, going to be the more. I think both of these are actually probably interesting movies to talk about, but I think it's going to be the one we're going to go deeper on. So let's take a listen to a trailer.
Amir's bringing Laurie to dinner.
Amir's a total jackass.
Everyone else still not have service?
I got 0.
On the news, they're talking about the comet.
Yeah.
Wheeler's comet.
After it passed, people get lost. They would end up in the wrong home. What? And they keep telling people that this can happen.
The chicken tastes like tuna. It must be Miller's comet. The whole neighborhood is out of power, except for a house about 2 blocks up.
What was that? Mike, is that the door locked?
I'll check it.
Baby, stay away from the door.
I can't stand this. I'm gonna go see what's going on. I'm sorry, but I'm going.
See that?
Oh my God.
This is bad. This is really bad.
What's the box?
That was at the other house.
Oh my God. Baby, what did you see?
Hugh, what did you see?
You don't even belong here.
Everybody knew about this.
We thought you knew. He told us.
Everybody knew about this except me.
We have to just get through the night, okay?
We are not from his house. We are visitors.
I'm crossing all kinds of boundaries.
I don't want to be stuck here.
What is going on?
When you say
Okay. Shut up, Ark. Coherence, 2013, starring Emily Baldoni, Maury Sterling, Nicholas Brendan, Elizabeth Grayson, Lauren Shafari, Hugo Armstrong, and some others. Written and directed by James Ward Burkett. He's probably best known. He wrote the story for Rango, I believe.
Okay.
And he hasn't directed a ton of stuff, but he worked on Rango. He's a storyboard artist on Amazing Spider-Man 2, co-producer of The Forest, which is a movie that had a ton of potential, but I remember us not really liking it.
I don't think I remember that. Let me see what I can.
It's the one where the sister goes to the suicide forest in Japan looking for her older sister that disappeared out there.
Yeah.
Again, all of those have really good stories and potential, but not follow through normally.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Emily Baldoni plays M. She's been in a bunch of stuff. Ghosts of Girlfriends Past, 5 Feet Apart. She was also in It Ends With Us, which I didn't see, but that's fine. Nicholas Brendan, obviously best known for his roles in Buffy. He's a guy who's been in the headlines over the years for probably all of the wrong things. He's really struggled.
I was gonna say, hasn't this guy been a piece of shit for a while?
Yeah, I don't know if I would say a piece of shit.
Well, what was he accused or guilty of?
I mean, he like drugs and drinking was his big thing, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Feel free to look it up. I might be wrong, but I feel like he got like a couple of DUIs, and like, I don't think he himself like got canceled for anything. Josh Whedon, on the other hand, did, but like,
yeah, it's because he's a moron.
Yeah, you tell him, moron.
Oh, well, 3 years ago he had a heart attack and he has a congenital heart defect. That's not at all what I...
It's got nothing to do with what we're talking about. It's something.
Nope, it's something. I'm looking up the right person. I give it that. Yeah, let me see. I'm trying to... Cardiac incident. I'll find it.
Okay.
I'll find it, because I'm sure we're going to bring him up again.
I mean, yeah. Probably. Either way. So, so what is a very simple story is incredibly complex at the same time here. The synopsis for this film from IMDb is: strange things begin to happen when a group of friends gather for a dinner party on an evening when a comet is passing overhead. Okay, yes.
Yeah. You want to know something very funny to me?
Yes, I do like funny things.
4 or 5 days ago, before you sent this over, I just, out of nowhere, decided I need to watch Night of the Comet. And I did. So that's a weird coincidence.
It is a weird coincidence. It is a weird coincidence. So your basic story here is they're having a dinner. We can tell that there's definitely some dissension within this group of friends. They're friends, but there's some stuff that's happened that people don't agree with, and people have different, this one dated this person slept with this person. These two have this rift between them that they're trying to figure out. Like it's this whole thing.
Oh, so, he's assaulted women. Felony corporal injury to a spouse in 2019-17. He's all over the place.
All over the place.
In the
He's a struggling dude.
He's a piece of shit.
Okay.
I mean, come on, that's over 10 years.
Oh yeah. No, you're not wrong.
You have famous people that have time, and no one's gonna help. There's a reason.
Right. Yeah. Good point.
Sorry, I don't want to be grim or say people deserve stuff, but I mean, where's his rock bottom? Everybody has one. Well,
he's still working. He was in a Christmas movie called Christmas Slasher last year, so still working.
Okay. Maybe
he's righted the ship.
Maybe the heart stuff did, and he can start working on rehabilitating his image for the rest of his life.
Maybe. I don't think he was invited to take part in the new Buffy series that's coming out.
I was actually curious to see that when it was announced.
Yeah, I don't think he is.
Yeah.
I think most of the original cast isn't.
I don't know. I like the movie, and then she turned into a right-wing nut job, and now I just don't think about Buffy at all.
Who turned into a right-wing buff job?
The original
Oh, Christy
Buffy.
Swanson?
Yes, that's her name. I couldn't think of it. That was very disappointing because I thought she was smarter than that.
I mean, I'm a huge Buffy, I shouldn't say huge, but I really loved the Buffy series. I thought it was incredible. I think it should have ended a season or two before it did, but
okay.
Overall, I thought Sarah Michelle Gellar was great. Completely different. I don't even look at the film and the series as the same thing. They're not even like in the same world.
I think I'm ready to like finally sit down and watch it without anybody having to tell me anything about it now.
Yeah, I think you'll like it. I honestly do. There's some really classic episodes.
Yeah, like, and I've seen some of them.
I would say there's out of the 7 seasons, 7 seasons, right? Each season has like 1 or 2 standout episodes. You're like, this is fucking top notch.
Okay.
And then there's a few of those that you're like, this is all-time classic TV stuff.
Yeah, and I think I've watched those episodes because I knew enough about the character and the people that I could just jump into an episode, no problem.
They do, and those do hit different when you've watched everything up to that point because...
Of course.
I'm not saying that you wouldn't enjoy them, but like knowing the characters and what they've been through and like...
Yep. It's like that Always Sunny episode, Mac Finds His Pride. You can't start on that one because that's Mac's full series-wide character arc. like starting to come to a whole. And it's a huge moment for more than one character. And I saw that and I'm like, if this doesn't win these guys a fucking Emmy, then there are some, and they didn't. But that episode, I think, is one of the best, but I wouldn't start people on it. I would do what Frank did with me because I'm like, I don't want to watch people that act like my parents. And he said, no, it's funny. I said, so he showed me the high school reunion double episode and just explained a little bit about the characters as we went along. And there was that one reveal in the second part during a dance sequence where I'm like, okay, I'll watch the whole series now. And it's that kind of episode. So, but I'm saying that don't start on Mac Finds His Pride.
Okay.
Start season 2, episode 1, and then watch season 2, go back, watch season 1, and then go.
Fair.
But yeah, no, every show should have, I think, those absolutely classic episodes.
Speaking of shows, this film is like a long form Twilight Zone episode, which is exactly the feel that I got from her. Like Outer Limits or one of those where they extended it out.
Definitely Outer Limits for me. Yeah.
Yeah. So the story's basic. They're having this dinner party. We know there's some dissension, some disagreement between people, but they're trying to make the best of it. You have all your different stereotypes there. You have like the one earthy, like witchy type lady that is into all the weird metaphysical stuff. Nicholas Brennan's character is like an out of work actor, which is kind of interesting considering his life the last 15 years or so.
I got the role. What's the role? Unemployed actor. Wait a minute.
Hey now. The couple that have some dissension, one of those is Emily, the other is Kevin. They're what it seems to be is that Kevin has got a job that's going to make him go to Vietnam for an extended amount of time, and Emily is trying to decide whether to go with him or not, so it's causing a rift between the two of them. We also learn that she's a dancer, but she made a error in judgment in not taking a job she should have. And it's interesting because they do a lot with their character in just a couple of lines where they're briefly talking about the going away thing. And he's like, I need an answer tonight. They need to know because they need to book hotels. They need to figure out what's going on. He's like, you don't have to go for the 4 months. You could only just come for a month. And she's like, well, I just need more time. I need time to figure this out.
And that's what lost her the job.
Exactly.
Was her being wishy-washy about shit and not... She's pulling a Boyle. If you watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine, basically Boyle doesn't make difficult decisions. He waits for other people to take charge and make the decision for him. Yep. And then he's happy because the person that asked the question is happy at that point. It's not about his personal happiness. Right. And through the movie, M decides that, no, I think, no, like I'm important.
Yeah.
So I'm going to listen to me, which was nice because I didn't like her at the beginning.
You're not supposed to.
Yeah, no. And,
and
it worked. It worked. I didn't like anybody.
I don't think you're supposed to.
Yeah. There are moments though where some of them you're like, that's a smart thing. That's a really smart thing. Why are you talking about this now? There's no time for this now. But that's a smart idea that you have over there. Yeah. How did you feel the overall acting was in this?
Hit and miss.
Okay, yeah.
Some of it was great. Some of it was not.
Yeah. One of my kids walked in, watched a little bit of it, and said, "Is this a really low budget amateur movie?" I said, "No, it's a real movie."
It's an independent feature, but like,
yeah. But what gave it away was the feel of the image and the camera movement. And I did like how some of the actors and actresses would walk over each other's lines because that's what happens in real life. You just can't do that all the time unless you're moonlighting, I guess. Moonlighting did it really well.
Relying on a low budget of $50K, the movie was shot over 5 nights in a single location with a largely improvised dialogue.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay. Nice. All right. Good.
Yeah, it says that instead of scripts, the actors would each receive a small paragraph that only they would see as their goal for the day. This allowed for the story to unfold naturally and create genuine reactions to other actors.
Okay, so that answers a huge problem I had with the whole thing, is that some of these characters sometimes did really stupid stuff.
Yep.
Sometimes they knew stuff that I don't understand how they knew it. And sometimes they didn't know things that they should. And that's interesting. If you give somebody a direction, like you give Dr. Octopus, you just want to steal Green Goblin's stuff no matter how, right? But then it's up to the actor to figure out what the supervillain would do, you know? So it kind of degrades it a little bit. Like if these people know about quantum physics and alternate dimensions and stuff, they would have talked about it more intelligently. But it felt like a real group of people. It got to their conclusions a little too fast, I think.
Right. Yeah.
Because all of a sudden we're like, oh, the comet passed by and now there's multiple realities. Settle down in your cheerleader outfit and your Uzi. All right. It's not an Uzi. Daddy would have got us Uzis. I love that. That's good. That was an improvised line. That's a good improvised line. Anyway.
Yep,
what were we talking about?
I'm just looking at some of this trivia here, which is really interesting. They only had 5 crew members on set, 2 sound guys, the director, the photographer, and the producer.
Nice.
So not 300 people in a crane.
True.
But yeah, so they're all together for this dinner party. There's this comet passing overhead. It's the first time this has passed overhead in over 100 years, they said. And this time it's passing much closer to the Earth. So they just kind of talk about some different stories about things that had happened when comets had supposedly passed overhead in the past. You know, they tell the story about a Finnish town where people got very disoriented. They would go to the wrong house. They would claim that people weren't who they said they were and just kind of like lay that groundwork for something weird to happen.
Yeah, and then looking back, that's actually looks like small instances of moving between, not like entire land masses, just like an individual person set of atoms.
Potentially. We'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
There's a lot, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot packed into this tiny film. So we had seen people's phones crack and break for no reason, and that's a little bit of a harbinger of things. And then the power just goes out.
Yeah.
In the house. And they go outside and there's no lights on anywhere except for this one other house. And so they're like, well, you know, they probably have they start off very grounded in reality before they start to make these like crazy leaps.
Yeah.
And a couple of the guys are going to go check out the other house. They leave. They come back with a box. And they're like, one of them's bleeding, and they don't really want to talk about what they saw.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, but like at the same time, they're like, tell us what you saw. And it was like, yeah, I'm going to fucking kill you unless you tell me what you said, because like something obviously happened. We need to know what's going on.
If you go outside to look and ask somebody if you can use their phone and you come back with your head cut, you're answering fucking questions.
Right.
Like, I would not let that go.
Right.
I couldn't.
No, and you shouldn't.
Yeah.
So they crack open this lockbox, and inside of the lockbox there's some random items, and then also photos of each of them with a number written on the back of it.
Mm-hmm.
So they're just like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
There's some weird banging at the door. There's some weird sounds that happen. And the whole idea at this point is that there's something outside of the house that, you know, whether it's a creepy crawly, a monster, people coming to try to kill, like, you don't really know. Now, this is called a sci-fi movie, but like, it's basically your sci-fi elements. But what really like is happening here is the story of everyone inside the house.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the conversations
dealing with
between
them. Trying to figure out why their reality has just gotten 10 times larger.
Yeah, like whatever's happening is happening. Now, we'll probably hit some mild spoilers here, just so you know. I don't think we'll give away anything that's too crazy, but just in case you haven't seen this and it's sounding interesting to you, check it out and come back. But I think we can't really talk about anything that happens after the 20-minute mark without some mild spoilers. So they're trying to figure out what these guys saw in the other house. They're trying to figure out where these pictures are coming from. And basically, the information that they get from Amir and the other guy, Hugo, is that the other house over there is the same as their house.
Yeah.
We saw a table set for 8 people for dinner, and we saw you know, like all of the same things. And then we came back here and, you know, we found the box, and this is where you start to question things like, well, where did the box come from? Like, what do you mean you found it and you just decided to take it? Because they kind of fight about why he took it. He's like, well, why did you take it? He's like, oh, I thought you dropped it. He's like, what do you mean you thought I dropped it? Like where did it even come from?
Yeah, and that's interesting because technically, one of him did drop it, right?
Yeah.
So
right.
that's some very good foreshadowing there. I like that. That's really good.
So I think this, in terms of its story and what they're trying to do here, is super creative. Like it's something that you haven't seen done in this way. I mean, we've all seen like alternate realities and like, but it's done in a way that you haven't really probably seen a million times.
It's like an intellectual My Dinner with Andre version of Triangle or Time Crimes.
Right, exactly.
Sort of. Yeah.
Sort of. So
yeah.
As it kind of ramps itself up, I think they try to go almost actually like a little too deep, and like they open this world up of, for whatever reason, this comet's passing overhead. It's causing these like temporal like gateways and like into other realities, and everything's bleeding together, but like in this like really quiet sort of way.
Yeah, it's almost like the comet is a moving junction point for multiple realities, and as it moves past the Earth, that junction point moves. That hub moves along with it, like pointing. So it would start, say, at this house in California, and then it would go across the ocean, and then then in China and Asia and all of that, then that, until it's outside of, space where it can affect us.
Right.
That's the only thing. Well, not the only thing, but that's what I was thinking made the most sense while I was watching it.
Yeah, and the explanation that the Emily character gives of it being kind of like a roulette wheel. Whereas like
through the blackness,
you step, because like the whole idea is that like it's super, super dark outside except for this other point.
Yeah.
So you walk outside, you walk through the darkness, and then you come out on the other side of it somewhere else, but the same place.
Yeah. It's a reality, a dimensional shuffler, if you will. You're gonna walk in world 1, but you might come out in world A. Because, you got to have both of them sound awesome, right?
Right.
Futurama.
Right.
But that was a really interesting twist, because at that point, then you couldn't trust a single person that's left the house.
Yep. Well, and they do that. They're like, well, these are the only 2 people that hadn't left. So those are the only 2 that we know are from this location.
Yeah.
And then you work in the stuff that you would expect to work. I mean, Nicholas Brennan's character is the first guy to fly off the handle, and rather than being like, okay, we got to figure out what's going on, he's just like, oh, I'm just gonna go kill everybody. And it's like, wait, what? Slow down, bro.
Yeah.
Like, slow down. What do you mean you're gonna just go kill everybody? Well, I gotta get them before they get us. It's like, well, why would they get us? What are you talking about?
Yeah. He was a little aggressive after 10 minutes.
Yeah, right. Oh, I'm gonna go kill him.
There's 2 things that sort of relate to each other in this, and I was gonna start writing up a list of things like amazingly nerdy details in movies you'd never expect it from. Okay, and this doesn't do it, but it connects it to that idea, so I don't forget, and I can't be driving to work and be like, oh shit, I forgot to mention this thing again. So in Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, when they bring the time machine into the classroom, all the kids put on their red and blue goggles, right?
Yep.
I used to think when I was younger that was for a 3D effect, right? Because red and blue, right?
Yep.
It's to what's it called? What's it when you neutralize, counteract. That's the word, Jesus Christ. I believe they wore the red and blue to counteract redshift from faster than light travel. And also, the 2 colors that these people wore were red and blue. And on one end, you have blue shift, and because you're either going away or toward the light. And the red shift is because, the way light stretches or compresses when you're moving toward it or away from it. I think that's why they wore the red and blue glow sticks in this.
Right, but then we ended up with orange glow sticks, and there was
true.
green ones.
I mean, it's a whole spectrum of it's the entire, violet, all of it's in there. But the two that are spoken about the most are blue and red.
Right.
And one of the houses is in the future, and one is maybe in the past. And the ones with the green glow sticks could be the ones we started with. We don't even know. They could have been jumping from house to house. Mm-hmm. Every scene change, and we don't know. I don't want to sit down with Excel to watch this movie again, but they really do a good job of making you doubt everyone on screen, and that doesn't happen a lot anymore.
Yeah, there's one moment where it comes together, and you're like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah. So that's my one smart, really, really smart moment in Bill and Ted's. So good for them.
Trying to think if there's anything else I want to add that's not going to ruin things.
Well, this is basically a paranoia film. It feels like a McCarthy era commies coming to get you. They look just like us. In this case, they do.
Like body snatchers and stuff.
Exactly. You're afraid that your way of doing things is going to be taken away from you by this new group of people. And the new group of people are afraid you're going to do the same thing. So, like, if they just all spoke to each other, they'd be like, you go do your thing. We're over here in the blue. You guys in the red, come on over whenever you need anything. But they're instantly aggressive.
Not all of them.
No, but the ones that are instantly aggressive, though, are right about themselves, aren't they?
Mm.
Because that's what they want to do, right? So
it's interesting as it opens up, and you got to see these different, like, realities of things and, like, how they're reacting and how each of them are different, and some of them take place in maybe the past, some of them, as you said, in the future, and then some of them are just, like, unaware of what's going on, and it's all just very interesting. And the Emily character, who is essentially our main character, trying to fit there's this point where she has a realization where, like, she's never going to know who she started with. Like, she comes to a realization. She's like, I don't know any of these people. I just need to figure out what's going to be best for me.
Yeah, because there could be billions of dimensions. We don't know.
Right.
Nobody knows. So her chance of finding the right place, it's like those Rick and Morty episodes where he's like, we just got to find a place where we just died, Morty, and then we'll take their place. And they do. And it's really grim because they have to bury their own bodies. But that's good. That's what you want. That means something. She had to sort of sacrifice herself for it's going to take a lot of thinking for me to really comprehend what she did, because it's sort of like a murder-suicide, isn't it?
It's the strain, and that my biggest issue with this film is that I don't think it sticks the landing very well.
I like the last scene.
I like the very last scene, but getting to that and the decisions that were made, like, it's very rare that I say a movie is too short.
Oh, yeah.
This film I felt like needed 10 more minutes.
I could have used a nice primer level discussion about what's going on. Like, they got the brother on the phone. That would have been beautiful, because the brother's an astrophysicist or something, quantum, I don't know. And because they just call him my brother. I don't remember his job title, but it's he knows what's going on. And that would have made everything so much more interesting to throw that bit in there.
And it would have also just kind of cleared some things up, and, like, it's not to ruin my grade, but, like, this is a good film. There was some tweaks, would have been great.
Yeah.
Do you want a grade? Let's grade.
Yeah, okay.
All right, Chris, do you recommend, and what is your grade for Coherence?
All right, I'm gonna recommend it, but everybody should know it sort of feels like the latter half of the '90s HD VHS kind of version of the picture. It's a fine, totally fine picture. It just looks beat up, doesn't it? Like
it does.
Worn, like tired. Yeah. But that halfway through the movie helps. So don't be put off by that in the beginning. I always like average people getting caught up in stuff, but I don't like it when they instantly know what's going on. And here they didn't, and that was really nice. When I first watched this, I was very impressed with how detailed they went with it. Because usually with body switching, it's like, oh, that one has an earring. Or, they're doing multiple realities right now in the Peacemaker season 2 episodes. And I think both of those are equally well thought out and done really well. But when they're not, it's so difficult to sit through. And I was actually happy and excited to review this one. So I know, based on my gut reaction, this is good. It has some really interesting ideas. They're sort of wrong about Schrodinger's cat, but sort of right. So it's Schrodinger's answer. But sorry, that was a really bad nerd joke. I love
right
the
over
ideas.
My head.
I love the ideas behind this, and just like I liked Primer, so I'm going to give this an A- because I've wanted to watch this again for a while, but I wanted to wait till my kids were like old enough to really get into the concept of it.
Okay,
so yeah, an A-, regardless of the level of acting, because you know what, the good acting was good enough.
Yeah. All right. Okay. I'm going to recommend it. I think it's interesting. I think the concepts that they bring up are really interesting. It's something different. It's a creative look on a time travel, alternate universes type thing that is very simple and small, but also really big when you start to peel like the onion layers back, which is interesting. So yeah, I'm going to recommend it. I think it's on its budget, what they had to work with, I think they do a pretty good job of it. I do. But I can't grade it higher than like a B- because I don't think they stuck the landing. And they needed more information, I think, to make everything a little bit clearer. And I understand like the whole kind of point of the story is because it is unclear. Nobody knows what's going on. And there's like, I get that part of it. But as the film watcher, I'm like, just give me, you don't have to give me everything. Just give me a little bit more. Because then there's also, when you start to think about it, it's like, well, why is it just this one house? Is this something that happened everywhere? Or is this like a thing that like, did anybody else get caught in a different reality? Like, why is, why? Oh,
yeah. Well, I figured when they could not come across anybody but themselves, that it was every group of people is experiencing this. Like if you were home alone, it would be that.
Right.
I don't know. Kind of like the Andromeda strain, like one of those things like body snatchers. Don't fall asleep. It's like, right. But you can't avoid this.
Fair. So, all right. So I will go B-, but I am recommending it. It's a good film that I think had potential to be great, but definitely still worth your time and worth watching. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
There is a remake of it that I had up here and now I lost it.
Oh, really?
I'll find it. But I think it said it was made in India, so I'm not sure the title. But I'll see what I can find because I'll watch another version of this.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, while you look at that, I'm going to bring us to The Black Room, 1982. Let's see if this is a trailer. All right, listen.
Yeah.
Just because you can edit together clips from a movie and put it over a song doesn't mean that you should list it as a trailer on YouTube.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Vinegar Syndrome put out a Blu-ray of this. Let's see if this is a better.
I just want to know one thing up front. Are there any restrictions?
Restrictions? No. This isn't the YMCA.
Larry!
Larry doesn't know you came here, does he?
I just had to see for myself. I found what I was looking for. I can go home now.
You can go on out the door and out of my life. And take the kids with you.
Come on, Larry. You started this. Now that we're both in it together, I just wanted to get the ground rules straight.
All right, The Black Room, 1981 or 82, somewhere in there. Don't matter which one it is. Directed by Ellie Kenner, and this is co-directed with Norman Thaddeus Vane. Looks like Ellie Kenner's only worked on this and a film from 1996 called Who's Your Father? Not familiar with that. Norman Thaddeus Vane. Looks like he wrote a film called Taxi Dancers. He did the screenplay for 1983's Frightmare. Screenplay for Club Life, 86. Evil Touch, is that one we know? 73?
I mean, it sounds like something we would know.
Yeah. Dead? No, I'm not really seeing a whole heck of a lot here. All right, well, Black Room, starring Stephen Knight, Cassandra Gava, so it's Cassandra Gava or Gave, Jimmy Stathis, Claire Perryman, Charlie Young. So you got your boy Larry. He is bored in his life. He's married with children, but you cannot tame his sexuality. He needs to go rent a room. A black one if he can find it, in the Hollywood Hills. And that's just what he does. He rents this room. He goes to visit Jason and his weird sister Bridget. He gives them $200 a month for his den of sin.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Here's the catch. Yes, Larry is a scumbag. Cheating on his wife. Hey, listen. Whatever you're into, that's cool. That's your thing, man. But your spouse has got to know what's going on, man. And if she's okay with it, then fine. But if she's not okay with it, you got to figure out what the hell's happening.
Yeah.
And she's questioning a lot of things. This is the 80s.
So, fuck it. Cheating.
Yeah, fine. No, not fine. What am I talking about? That's not fine.
I don't know.
Either way, whatever. So she's like, she knows something's going on with him, and he tells her these stories of the Black Room, but he says it's just fantasy, dear. It's not real. But she's like, these are pretty specific fantasies.
Yeah, that was kind of stupid the way he was doing.
Yeah, very stupid. Very stupid. But either way, so Jason and Bridget own the house or live in the house where the Black Room is located. And the Black Room is really, it's just a room where Larry picks up fucking like teenage hitchhikers.
Yeah.
And like, oh, you're on the way to school? Would you rather have sex with me, Larry, a man in his mid to late 30s or 40s?
Yeah.
Sure. You want some wine? Great. There's candles lit. Jason took care of it, man. Don't even worry about it. But here's the thing. Jason and Cassandra have ulterior motives, as most Hollywood Hills homeowners do.
Yeah, apparently.
And Jason has a very rare blood disease.
Of course.
Where he needs to have his blood filtered out a couple times a week, apparently. First, it was once a year. Then it was once every few months. Then it was once a month. And now it's once or twice a week, as Bridget has told Larry.
Yeah.
So whenever he brings a floozy there, cheap or high priced. Sometimes he pays these girls, sometimes he doesn't. And he leaves them there for some reason every time. Like,
yeah.
Jason and Bridget's come in, scoop them up, chloroform them, and then take their blood.
I'll bet if they didn't have to buy so much chloroform, they could probably afford his medical procedures.
Well, here's the thing about his medical procedures. And I let it go the first time I watched it.
Yeah.
Meaning like the first time they show the medical procedure. But then it happened again the second time. And I think even the third time, they didn't put a lot of thought into it. So like the medical procedure of like filtering out your blood is not something that's not science fiction. That's a thing that happens.
No, it's kidney dialysis.
Yeah, right. Like, or if somebody like if you like get poisoned, sometimes they'll filter your blood out to try to this is not a thing. But the way it's presented in this movie is so like gory. Like,
yeah, because they're just adding blood to him.
Yeah, that's the thing is they don't filter out his blood. They just pump him full of more blood.
Yeah. So like he needs bone marrow that produces blood cells or something. It's not more blood. Also, are you running a type on this blood? How are you getting it
that was
out
the
of
other
these
thing.
people?
You can't just put blood, like random blood into you.
The one thing I was happy about, though, at least, is that they were keeping the victims alive, so the blood wasn't dead, I guess.
It was pumping too. That was the thing, is they would put it in the carotid artery.
Yeah.
This movie's fucking wacky, dude. So they're stealing the blood and then they're burying the people after they die. And Larry comes back and he's like, "Hey, Cassandra." No, not Cassandra. That was actually the actress's name that played Bridget. Hey, what the hell? With like Sandy and wasn't Linnea Quigley was one of the girls.
She was, but she really didn't look like herself. But it was her. But she wasn't in it for very long.
And Christopher McDonald, Shooter McGavin himself, is also the other guy.
I will say, no offense to him, but he really grew into his features.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. But yeah, so they kill these people, steal their blood, and so they use Larry to bring fresh blood there without him even knowing it.
Yeah. Yeah. All they're doing is renting the room. He's bringing them, so they're not even... And which they've done. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, he came with the girl, left with the girl, blah, blah, blah.
Not even. He was like, well, where did what's her name go? And they were like, oh, she left, man. She said she had a bounce. And he's like, oh, okay.
Yep. Oh, sure.
So that's one side of this. Now, the other side of it is the wife trying to figure out what Larry's up to. And she does her, I mean, it's barely even sleuthing. He like circled the like listing in the newspaper and then just left it in the car.
Yeah. Oh my God, he's the worst at covering his tracks.
Oh, so bad. So she decides to go over there because she's got the information. She meets Jason. Jason's like, yeah, Larry rents a room here and he fucks around with chicks. So like, do you want to like rent a room here and like fuck around with dudes? And she's like, no. Well, all right.
Yeah, real short turnaround time on that.
I can't do this. Yes, I can.
Yep.
So she starts doing shit like that, and she gets Christopher McDonald to come back with her, and then they kill it. Like, and they do all these, like, it's all like, so they're both working each side of it, and Jason shows the wife Larry getting it on with another chick, and then Jason shows Larry the wife getting it on with us with a dude, and like, so they then have this like come to Jesus moment where the two of them are like. And this is where Larry's character loses any, I mean, he didn't have any sympathy really, but like he loses any sympathy when she starts doing it and she's like, I'm not doing anything that you weren't doing. And he blames her for it.
Yeah, well, that's typical.
Yeah, that's absolutely typical.
Yeah.
But like he doesn't even have reasoning to blame her for it.
No, he doesn't need it. He's a man in the 80s.
He's just like, how dare you? Where's my cocaine?
Exactly.
Like, so... But then, since Jason and Bridget need blood, like they need them to keep bringing people, so they basically kidnap their kids.
Yeah.
And kidnap the babysitter, Millie.
I was very disappointed.
Which was Linnea Quigley.
For a little bit. Very disappointed, but then not. She's just dumb.
Yeah.
Real dumb.
again, the 80s.
Yeah.
And so they basically have to try to get it, save the kids and get out of there. And they try to kill the two of them, and they do, or they don't, or maybe they do, maybe they're not human. I don't know. Whatever. Whatever.
Yeah.
What I will say about this movie is it was different.
That's true.
Wasn't what I expected based on what the synopsis was originally. And it was doing something different that I hadn't really seen before, I don't think. You?
What is that thing? I don't...
Well, I'm not sure, but it just wasn't like a rehashing of another story.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it felt different. It felt not unhinged, but like there wasn't any safe place is what I'm thinking. Like they could have gone anywhere, especially when they brought the kids into it. It's like, oh shit, now what are they going to do? So, yeah. Yeah, no, I can't think of too many other things that present themselves as cheap schlock, but, come off like that. It's interesting.
Yeah, the guy that played Jason, I thought did a really good job because he's pretty creepy. Like, he creepy in that, like, stunted...
Uncle Frank, Hellraiser, that kind of way. Yeah.
Also, Mardi Gras Massacre.
Yeah.
The guy in the deadpan.
Yeah.
And a fortune cookie.
Yeah, I think I'm slick, but no one else is going to see.
Are you bringing the most evil girls to the black room?
I don't think you want that kind of trouble.
I liked it. I mean, all in all, this is just, I mean, it's... Chris, do you recommend what's your grade for the black room?
I mean... If you twisted my arm and said recommend this movie, I would. I wouldn't put up much of a fight. But on its own, I'm not even going to remember the title. So, no. I think that's fair. Everybody's motivation seemed to be shifting as the movie went on, and I didn't like that. So
okay.
I'm just going to go with that. I had thought initially in the beginning that the sister was going to end up killing the brother to be with the husband after the husband killed his wife or some shit like that. It didn't, so that was good.
Yep.
That was nice. I didn't hate it. The guy was creepy. All this sleazy sex stuff was just felt like somebody spread baby oil with sand in it on my arm.
Well, usually it's typical 80s sex. I mean, back in the 80s, we only had sex with someone's thigh, apparently. So,
yeah, there was a decent amount of nudity in this. I'll give it that.
Yeah, and I will say, listen,
was hidden.
As a married man who has a child, I have had sex at least once.
Yeah,
and it's usually not done on somebody's thigh. Like, I've never been in the position where, like, I straddle somebody's thigh to have sex.
You don't have a leg wiener?
I don't.
Oh, that's why.
Don't.
That's why. You got to get that second one put in. Well, I think maybe if they
I used to be against cosmetic surgery till I had my second thigh wiener inserted.
You have 3 now?
I got 3, man.
Yeah, it just I don't like that. I don't like watching that stuff as topics anyway. And their reaction to being cheated on when they knew it was happening, first of all, that just blew my mind. No. The husband getting pissed off watching the wife do it. Like, I get it. Do as I say, not as I do. But you really can't be mad at her.
No, you can't.
So it's just a bunch of people, and just having sex in a room with. This is how I figured they made the movie. I remember what I was going to say. I do not recommend this, and I think this movie was only made because the guy bought that fucking coffee table and his wife hated it, and he said, I'll make a movie and it'll feature, and then it's a tax write-off, okay? And then I'll get rid of it, because nobody would buy a fucking glowing white coffee table.
I might.
The black room was like a 14-year-old decorated it. It was bad. The whole
it was painted black, and there was a lot of candles.
Yeah. So you couldn't see the actual walls of the garage or whatever they were filming in. This is just a C minus. I didn't hate it. The people in it gave me the creeps. I thought the female villain was a little over the top, but then it sort of fit halfway through. So, and then it did. It was weird. Like, I don't know. It's almost like they were given different directions for different days that the movie was happening.
Maybe. Yeah.
I don't know. So,
all right.
Yeah, it's fine.
For me, I'm actually going to recommend it. Because it's different. It's not like just like a run-of-the-mill slasher. It's not like, it's something a little different. Is it great? No. Is it good? Yeah, I think so. It's definitely, I think, worth a watch. The Jason character was certifiably very creepy. Cassandra was creepy enough in her own right. I liked that there was kind of like the multiple story layers to it that then all brought together at the end, with the two of them, with the husband and the wife with their relationship problems. Also Jason with the blood disease, and then them killing people and murdering them in the backyard, but also trying not to give it away so that they don't like lose the use of the rope. Like, there's a lot of things going on in it, and it's actually probably got more going on than you would want to give it credit for, which is totally fine. But it's not a great film. I said this with Coherence. Coherence is a far superior movie to this. Don't get me wrong, but they're both cheap. They're both kind of just like a little bit different than what you're used to seeing. So I gave Coherence a B minus. I will give The Black Room a B plus. No. Sorry, C plus. C plus.
Okay.
Sorry.
Like, that's not tracking, but it's his choice. I don't know.
C plus for this one. Good, not great, but worth a watch, I think.
Nice.
So, okay, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so we got to get Joe going here. What's he got? Starship Troopers 3 this week? Is that right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Well, hello, Bill. Hello, Chris. And hello, OTC Nation. It's your boy Joe here, and this week Bill took me to A Color Out of Space. You'll get that in a second. He made me watch Starship Troopers 3 Marauder.
Sick band, though. Master Killer's a
Someone
classic.
read a whole bunch of Lovecraft before writing this.
Yeah.
And by extension gave me what I'd like to talk about before getting to a movie that, god damn it, I thought these were supposed to be bad. Like, sure, the second one had like a gang of technical problems, presumably based on budget, but the story was there. This one? Well, we'll get there. Let's talk Lovecraft movies first. For some reason, one of the two Ion video stores that I ran in the early aughts had like a baker's dozen VHS copies of Dagon in the sale bin, the Dagon that I think they made in like 2001. And out of morbid curiosity, I watched it, and, it's not an A+ like must-see flick, but it's good. And I hope those bulky tapes found a home.
Nice.
Probably not.
Yeah. Some of them.
Y'all know that I love an anthology. I can't believe I just said y'all. You all know that I love an anthology. And Necronomicon, Book of the Dead from 1993 is like a slept-on bit of greatness.
Yep, we reviewed that at one point. It was
Jeffrey Combs, Brian Usna, Richard Lynch, Belinda Bauer, and David Warner. Like, if none of those names did anything for you, I'm not sure how I can help. Dunwich Horror is a movie that I always thought was a Hammer film, but it's actually an AIP film masquerading as a Hammer film.
Yeah.
Charles Band might be a cosmic horror to his former employees, but he's obviously a Lovecraft guy with Lurking Fear and Castle Freak, and I think they even made one or two others, but I'm not 100% sure. Lurking Fear and Castle Freak are two of Full Moon's better offerings from that time. Like, I could name 100 films that feel like Lovecraft stories but aren't. So here's a few. The Thing, Alien, In the Mouth of Madness, Event Horizon, Crimson Peak, and John Carpenter's underrated Prince of Darkness.
Yep.
But we're not here to talk about movies that are superior to the one that I just watched. We're here to talk about Starship Troopers 3, which was only kind of good. They also seemingly watched a few episodes of Firefly before making this, because the whole first act feels like a fan fiction crossover between Starship Troopers and the most prematurely canceled TV show of all time. Casper Van Beethoven. I've ruined my own joke. God damn it. I made a Camper Van Beethoven joke. Take the Skinheads bowling. Casper Van Beethoven is back now as Colonel Johnny Rico, who is in charge of a base being visited by the Sky Marshal, like top dog of the Federation military, played by a guy named Stephen Hogan, who you would know, but pretty much only if you like British stuff. But Stephen Hogan plays this character with such zeal and life that you'd think it was like his life's great work, which would honestly kind of be sad if it was true. But also so much ham and cheese, and he kind of, a couple times he almost dips into like Tim Curry territory in a good way.
Okay.
He might as well be Sky Marshal Croque Monsieur for how much ham and cheese is.
Oh, Croque Monsieurs are so good.
Rico's base gets compromised, and the story splits into two, like Patrika Darbo's head in the first Hatchet movie.
Ooh.
I hope somebody got that.
I got that.
The Sky Marshal and some crew crash on a bug planet, and then Rico goes from being the hero of Planet P to let's hang this bitch for sedition in like 90 seconds. Literally 90 seconds. But that's authoritarianism for you. The second you show any hint of, hey guys, are we sure this is right? They turn on you like Sean turned on Marty. While we have actual prop guns back in the mix, real prop guns, and we're back on location instead of a set. Okay, I see you, movie. They offset the cost of all of that by using CGI one step better than a local car commercial for the bugs in the spaceships. Like, I'm sorry, isn't technology supposed to get better and like less expensive over time? Like with VCRs, my parents paid like $1,000 for their first VCR, and then like 4 years later, you could get one for like $20 and a butt pat. I don't know. What? We started with Jurassic Park and have been working slowly backward ever since. Something, late stage capitalism, something, everything is a corporate property to be exploited, yada, yada. I don't know about you. I've got a pitchfork and I know how to make a solidly built torch, and I'm ready when everyone else is. You just give me the signal. Rico and some sexy young Marines initiate a new program called Marauder. And there's a whole thing, but I'm not going to get into it about, Rico's going to get hung for sedition, but it's a whole thing. And, then they're actually going to have him initiate this Marauder program where they're using mech suits. And I bet the ghosts of the hundreds of thousands of soldiers killed in nightmarish fashion. Like, nobody in a Starship Troopers movie has ever died, like, in a quick, painless way, except the farm boy who died in the training exercise in the first one. Like, it's like horrible, drawn out, like bleed to death, like horrible deaths. And they're like, where was this good shit when I signed up, my dude?
In the book, they were there from the beginning.
Big old fuck off star cruisers and futuristic bullshit, but nobody thought to make me a Gundam to fight these 10-foot tall spiders. That's it.
I think
I'm
the author
haunting your
did.
Stupid shit. Fuck you.
Yeah, haunt his ass.
Spoiler alert, Sky Marshal Psychic Guy has been brainwashed by the brain bug from the first movie that they've been keeping alive, and the planet they're on is literally a third made up of the ultimate brain bug. It's like its head is poking up over the crust, but the other, it's like an iceberg. Most of it's down below. And Lovecraft would have jizzed in his suit pants over this.
Yeah.
The Sky Marshal purposefully sabotaged Rico's base and is trying to make peace with the bugs. Peace in quotation marks. Even that peace is once you humans are gone, there will be peace because now just bugs.
Yeah.
Duh. So here's where things get muddy. We know that this series satirizes fascism and authoritarianism very well. They even make the solid point that those systems benefit only some people. Granted, a very slim percentage of the overall populace, but you can at least see why they spend so much time and energy in real life convincing idiots that that's the way to go, that that's what's going to benefit them. But there's a religious aspect thrown into this one. Like, religion is one step shy of being outlawed by the Federation here. And it goes like so far back and forth whether the writer-director is like a born-again Christian, maybe? Or is he poking more fun at religion than I do? That I sound like the, quote, smart marks, unquote, at an indie show during a punch exchange? Like, yay, boo, yay, boo, yay, boo. I can't tell. I'm pretty sure that they made the point, as by the end, religion is adopted by the Federation, except all the actual Christians who were fighting for their freedoms in the beginning of the movie are literally hung on live TV. Fuck me, I can't believe the sequels are actually worth watching. Who knew? Like, did anybody ever hear, like, oh, hey, you know the Starship Troopers straight-to-video sequels? They're actually not bad. No, in fact, I heard the second one was complete and utter shit, and listen, it's not great. Yeah. But it was, I've seen so much worse shit that has made me so much more mad. And this one was actually good. Here's the thing. The good. Sorry, I got myself there. Lovecraftian cosmic horror? Check. Caspar Van Beethoven upped his both acting and charisma game. Check. Supporting cast that works on all levels to perform just the right level of like hammy 1950s sci-fi horror acting. Chickadee check. The bad. Speaking strictly for the dialogue, the ham gets a little bit too hammy at times. Check. Like, wait, are you parodying religion's control over the masses, or is this secretly a Christian scare film? Check. CGI that makes this lean towards the scare film thing? Check. Starship Troopers 3 is going to get a C+. Listen, at this point, if you're coming at me, whatever, come at me. I'm available. It's like one tick better than part 2, if only for real prop guns and locations. We're going animated next week, huh?
Oh, that's right.
And the week after, huh? Because parts 4 and 5 are like mocap animation, it looks like.
Oh, no.
And this might be where the series takes a shit bigger than a brain bug. I'll find that out next week. Until then, be good, everyone.
Cheap motion capture. There's no way that can be good.
I don't know. Probably not. But animation does allow them to do things way bigger than they could do live action. So we'll see.
We will see. Speaking of what we will see, what did Scott see this week? Tell us how wrong we are. You know how much we love being told we're wrong.
I don't mind it anymore. I really don't.
It's been a while, actually.
Hello, professional fishman, human hybrid expert scientist, PhD doctor here.
One of those people that are really into fish.
No, fishman, human hybrids. Keep up. Just a correction on the last episode. The typical fishman, human hybrid creature does not indeed need to decompress when surfacing from 2,000 feet depths below due to the fact that they have gills and don't need to breathe compressed air.
Okay, that makes sense. So I was wrong. You were right.
You're welcome.
That's not what it was That's not what we were talking about. We're talking about the guys in the tin can going underwater.
I know.
What?
Yeah. Whatever,
Holy
Scott.
Shit. Yeah. With Reverend Scott.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey there, Bill and Chris. I'm ready to jump right into a new segment of Holy Shit.
I'm fine with getting into it and getting it over with.
Okay, good.
Like, my brain is like, give the man credit, say his name.
Okay, fine. This is Reverend Scott. And I saw one battle after another with Chris Kattan, star of Night at the Roxbury.
Fucking stop.
I'm only partially kidding. He was in the same movie as me a couple rows back, and I actually graduated high school with his wife, and they both lived near me as well. And here's the part where I would tell you how this is relevant to this movie, but it's not in any way whatsoever.
Oh, Jesus.
One battle after another is the new Leonardo DiCaprio dark comedy action thriller tearing up the film landscape right now, clocking in at 162 minutes. Yep.
A lot of minutes.
I was not prepared for how much sitting my ass was about to do. And also, we have a lot to get into, so we better get started.
Yeah.
This time, Leo plays quote-unquote ghetto Pat Calhoun, a far-left revolutionary part of a group called the French 75. In an act that seems to be relevant no matter what decade you show it happen in a film, the French 75 are bussing out detained immigrants from detention centers by any means necessary. Alongside Pat Calhoun is his partner in crime and eventually turned love interest, Perfidia Beverly Hills, played by Beyoncé's choreographer in 2006, Teyana Taylor. During this opening run with the military stationed on this base, Miss Beverly Hill comes across the commanding officer, Stephen Lockjaw, played scummily by a very grizzled, swoopy-haired, roided-out Sean Penn, in a scene the likes of which I haven't seen since the movie Thursday. We watch a woman sexually assault a man, forcing him to keep it up the whole time while she's walking him out with him at gunpoint.
Interesting turn of events right there.
Yeah.
This strange traumatic experience seems to unlock Lockjaw's new sexual obsession with Perfidia. Following her, watching her with binoculars from afar, seething with jealousy anytime he sees her with Leo playing kissy face while they're releasing immigrants. Gross. Lockjaw finally catches her in the act of trying to plant a bomb in a political office bathroom and gives her an indecent proposal to get out of an arrest. They get it on in a motel room and thank the fuck Christ we don't have to see Sean Penn in a nude sex scene.
Thank God.
Fast forward 9 months, Perfidia is pregnant as all hell, but still out shooting guns and running around like a wild child. But when she finally has her daughter, she calms down and becomes the mother that everyone expected her to be, and they start a perfect, loving family.
You are a fucking liar.
You're right. In a pretty gut-wrenching set of scenes, we get kind of a montage about how difficult motherhood is for Perfidia, to the point that she resents how natural and attentive Pat is with the baby, and she feels jealous and ashamed of her jealousy about it. She decides to leave and be part of the resistance once more, only to be caught by Lockjaw yet again, who tells her, hey, you're rad on your French 75 and you get to go into witness protection, or you could get 30 plus years in jail. Perfidia becomes a rat, and as word spreads that Lockjaw suddenly knows a lot more about the identities and location of various French 75 members, Pat and his baby go into hiding as their new identities, Bob and Willa Ferguson. Perfidia escapes to Mexico eventually, never to be seen again. Wow, that was a lot. What a long movie. But guess what, boys and girls? That's just the setup. We haven't even got started yet.
What?
Now we skip forward 16 years. Willa is in high school, a rebellious, self-sufficient teen who is borderline acting like Bob's mother. Now played by actress Chase Infinity. She's learned tricks of the revolutionary trade from her dad Bob as he acts like his drugged-out, paranoid self, and she's also learning kung fu from the karate master himself, Sensei Sergio, played by Benicio del Toro. And while I don't dislike Del Toro, I'm not like a super fan of his, but this character, pretty fucking amazing. By far my favorite part of any scene that he's in. He has John Wick levels of calm, cool, and collectiveness in every scene. And he has to, because this is when the movie truly begins.
This is going to run at 100 miles an hour once shit goes down.
Lockjaw is a colonel now, and with this, he gets new authority and accolades. He has way more control than he really should. He's also drawn the attention of a secret society called the Christmas Adventurers Club. Now, you may not know what that is immediately, but what color do you associate with Christmas usually? That's right, white.
It's kind of just a weird little point there.
This club doesn't wear white hoods or burn crosses on front lawns. No, sir. They just use their power and influence to take racism to a whole new level. And they want Lockjaw to join their ranks.
They're obviously supposed to be the ones in command, and they're the ones that are telling everyone what to do. So
yeah, and also no nosy people are allowed to be in there to poke around on shit.
But there's a slight problem. They ask, so, does a certain interracial relationship ring a bell there, Lockjaw? And he's like,
No, it doesn't.
Nope.
Lockjaw is worried that Willa could be his biological daughter. I mean, based on that one little sultry night that he had, and that is proof of his impureness. So he's off on a quest to apprehend her. So he uses the front of a drug and immigration enforcement task force as a way to find and detain Willa if possible.
And then this story gets way more complicated than it needs to.
That's true.
Do you want to try to explain it?
Sure, I'll try. Here's where our story splits between Bob and Willa. During a school dance, one of Willa's mom's friends, Deandra, played by another Scary Movie alum, Regina Lee Hall, shows up to warn that Lockjaw is coming. And Willa's like, when? And Deandra's like,
it's already happening.
It's already going on. Here we go. Strap in.
Willa always carries this device around that will play a special musical tone along with another second device if someone has it in their hand, and the two together play a sound that lets her know that that person can be trusted. And this woman has one of those devices. So Willa drops what she's doing and flees the school before Lockjaw can find her. And while she's whisked away to some secret convent in the desert to hide at the rendezvous point, Bob narrowly escapes his own home as Lockjaw's men break down his door. He goes into this little tunnel he has under his house, and he escapes to the only man that he can think of for help, Sensei Sergio.
Yay!
Sergio stays calm and hands Bob multiple beers as Bob keeps trying to find a way to plug in and charge his old-ass 2G cell phone to try and figure out where the rendezvous point is to find Willa. He keeps calling the French 75's secret number, and they have this special series of code messages, and he can't remember because he's been drinking and doing drugs for the last 30 years. They keep asking him, what is the time? And Bob is like,
so that part I ignored.
Sergio, meanwhile, is gathering all the immigrants that he's been hiding in various locations and ushering them into the secret underground tunnel system that he has, seemingly without a care in the world. He keeps helping Bob and keeps handing Bob beers to calm him down. What I love is how Bob is like a real dude. I can't remember the secret phrases they use in this film, and I just watched it last weekend. No way I'd remember something after 30 years. It's just more realistic that way.
That's true, yeah.
So,
yeah.
It's also funny how bumbling he is and relatable. He doesn't know 100% if Willa is his biological daughter, but she is his daughter nonetheless. And if Lockjaw gets his hands on her, it might mean certain death for Willa. The third act of this film is filled with hilarious dialogue, car chases, car wrecks, shootouts, deaths, blood, gore, and some intense one-on-one scenes of confrontation between various characters. I won't say if everything turns out exactly how you want it to or not, but the ending is 99% satisfying, although I would have liked to have seen more about Sensei Sergio. I don't want to spoil some of the places this goes in the end, but if you made it this far into this long-ass movie, you might as well stick it out.
All right, let's grade.
Okay.
I highly recommend you see One Battle After Another. It's funny, touching, and intense. Just make sure you go pee first. And I give it a B+. As far as your reviews from last week go, Body Snatchers fared far better than I expected it to, and it sounds like something that I would love to watch, but I never will.
I mean, I feel like we should be okay with it by now.
I give that movie a B, and the review gets an A-. The Island of the Fishmen, as I said before, is right up my line of expertise. As an expert in the field, I recommend everyone see it for science, and I give it an A+.
Shocking turn of events.
Yeah. It's weird how that came together.
Yeah, right.
But I give that uninformed amateur hour review a C-. Well, that's all I got for this week. So until the next 3-hour epic DiCaprio spy thriller comedy, peace and love, guys. Holy shit with Reverend Scott, the undisputed peak of podcasting in the world today, and don't you forget it.
Okay. You're up there. You get your spot. Good job. Anyway, I forgot what I was saying.
All right, well, there we have it. Hey, should we do that new VHS Halloween movie next week?
We've done them all, right?
I think we skipped the last one because I didn't finish it.
Oh, okay.
But I mean,
Yeah, why
we
not?
should get a dump of it. And what's I haven't seen All Hallows Eve 2.
Okay.
Would that make a good pairing?
Yeah, that's fine with me. I watched the VHS one already.
Okay.
I could probably do to watch it again, yeah.
All right, cool. So that's what
what's
we'll
the
do
other
next
one?
week, guys. All Hallows Eve 2.
Okay. Yeah, I might actually have that already.
It's on Shudder, I think.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I have it.
Then you do. So thanks for listening, guys. Make sure to follow Chris and I at OTC Bill, at Cthulhu. Make sure you check out SpectopiaArts.com, at Spectopia Arts. That's the place to go. And sign up for your local library and get Hoopla.
Yeah, Hoopla.
Hoopla. With 2 O's.
Yes.
Cool. Everyone have a good week. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.